Hey everyone, hope all is well. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the application essays for the new ISB MBA program. The new ISB MBA program, as a lot of us would know by now, is the 20-month-long MBA program which has been launched by ISB a couple of months back in September 2024. And firstly, an Economic Times article came out, and then there were a lot of speculations about what will be the essays, who will be able to apply. Okay, we know that people with 0 to 2 years of experience can apply, but till what date will that experience be considered? So the school has helped us in debunking all the myths and speculations and rumors by actually coming out with the application essays today when I'm recording this video. And I'll talk more about the essay topics in detail and how I would attempt these essays. The essays are not as easy as I had imagined them to be. मुझे लग रहा था थोड़े easy essays होंगे because you're onboarding applicants who have 0 to 2 years of experience, who can be a college fresher or an early professional, but the essay topics require a lot of thinking. I had to think a lot before making this video. So one thing before I start with the first essay is that I have the portal open in front of me. The cutoff date for the work experience, which should be less than 2 years when you apply, is June 15, 2025, which means the program will commence in July 2025. It's a 20-month program. It will run till, let's say, Feb 2027. Only those people who have less than 24 months of experience as on June 15th, 2025 are eligible to apply, which means somebody who graduated in May 2025, is he or she eligible? Yes. Somebody who graduated in May 2024, is he or she eligible? Yes. Somebody who graduated in May 2023, if they started working on June 1st, 2023, they are not eligible. Why? Because by June 15, 2025, they'll technically have more than 24 months of experience. So keep that in mind, right? Now, just to start with the application essays, so there are 3 essays. The first essay is very interesting, so I'll talk a lot about it, which is talk to us about a personal situation where you led and motivated a team without having any formal authority on its functioning, and how did you motivate that team, what challenges did you overcome. Talk about one specific situation. Now, why is it a difficult prompt? Because the essay says talk about a personal situation where you did not have any formal authority, which means you can't really talk about situations where you were organizing a college event or leading a club like an actors or debating society or placement cell, because there firstly it was professional, and secondly you had an authority to lead others. So all your possibilities of a TEDx event or a placement committee event or a finance club conclave, all of those are out of the window. You can't talk about any of these things. It has to be personal and a situation where you did not have any formal authority to lead others, right? So it can be multiple things, but मेरे दिमाग में जो सबसे पहले आया था वो ये था कि what if you were helping a younger sibling in navigating their academic trajectory. Let's say you have an elder sibling or somebody who you have mentored over your college years, and he or she did not get good marks in class 12th, and now they are absolutely clueless on what they can do, they should do. In that scenario, if you were counseling them, if you were able to guide them to a possible career path, then that's a very good situation to talk about, because there it's personal. You are not mandated to guide them. Second, you assumed authority and you voluntarily guided them even when you were not supposed to. That's the the intersection that we're looking for. Other situations can be you averting a conflict in a neighborhood cricket or football match, you single-handedly curating a send-off event for an office colleague, or you taking the initiative to help a new joiner in your organization to be at ease. You were not mandated by the HR to do so, and you, let's say, took them out for lunch, gave them some tips and tricks in a personal capacity on how to navigate their journey with the firm going forward. Those sort of things are what we are looking at. And it took me a good 10 minutes to even think about these three situations, because it's very difficult. Whenever I visualize myself to be a college fresher or an early professional who will be applying for this program, this 21 program, I think of क्या क्या हुआ होगा इनकी लाइफ में. They would be a part of a club or a Rotaract or an economic society, or maybe a football match if they were a part of the college football team or the school team. But ये सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पे futile हो जाती हैं, because these are professional, and you can't talk about professional things, or you can't talk about things where you had an authority over others. You were the placement coordinator of your college. Can you talk about that situation? No. You had authority on others. आप उसके बारे में बात नहीं कर सकते. Think of situations where you voluntarily took authority to help somebody. It can be a sibling, it can be a mentee, it can be a colleague at work, it can be somebody senior to you. But in a personal capacity when you did not have any authority on them. Right? It's a 400 word long essay. So we can think of 3 paragraphs, talk about the context, talk about what challenges did you face, talk about how did you overcome those challenges. Very good essay prompt, will take a lot of brainstorming. Second essay prompt is what value will you add to the classroom and the cohort basis your unique perspectives and experiences. Now this is an essay which ISB used to have for the PGP folks till 2022, and then the essay topics were changed in 2023 last year and changed again in this year. So this is a familiar essay, but I think here it's best to firstly look at avenues where you can actually add value. ये सोचने से पहले कि मैं किस चीज़ में यूनिक हूँ, think of avenues, college clubs at ISB, special interest groups at ISB, the typical class profile at ISB, where you think you can add value. So ISB, let's say, has a music club, and if Sarthak, as a 2024 Whitfield graduate who's right now working with Tata Motors, if Sarthak has indulged in training of classical music in his personal capacity over the last 4 or 5 years, he can be a very good fit for the ISB Music Club. He can talk about his experiences in the training of whatever music form he undertook and how he can add value for others. Sarthak, if he has completed a bachelor's in journalism, that spells that Sarthak will have a unique educational background, because not a lot of journalists and not a lot of journalism graduates come to ISB. Typically you see engineers and commerce grads. So there he can talk about how his unique perspective and his work experience as a journalist will be able to add a unique color and spice to the classroom discussions. Sarthak can talk about his professional work and social impact. Let's say he has worked with the Nudge Institute for a couple of years, less than 2 years technically, that's why he's eligible. And now he can talk about how his perspective will be able to add value to the Net Impact Club, which is the social impact club at ISB. Right? So think of which all avenues do I have to add value, and then pluck 3 which can suit whatever you have done in the past, which is unique. Why am I repeating the word unique again and again? Because if you are saying I am a chartered accountant, I'll help others with their accounting problems and in helping them with peer-to-peer learning in financial accounting as a subject, trust me, a lot of chartered accountants come to ISB. That is not unique enough, right? So I would think of 3 unique windows, be it within the classroom or beyond, where I can add value, how I can add value, what have I done in the past, be it a sport, a dance form, an instrument, my unique educational background, my work ex, and how that will add value for others within the classroom or beyond, right? The last is, and all these 3 essays are mandatory, no essays is optional. So you have to write all the 3 essays. First essay ka word limit is 400, second essay ka word limit is 400, third essay, which I am going to talk about now, the word limit is 250 words. The essay topic is talk about the impact that you will create after the ISB PGP YL, which is what the program is called, PGP for young leaders, and your professional goals in the medium and long term. Now this is similar to the typical ISB goals essay, but think about it. The new ISB MBA is new because of its duration and the fact that it will have a mandatory summer internship. And another thing which is very unique, which seems to be unique, is this platform for innovation and venture oriented thinking, which I think is a pretty cool version of the Entrepreneurship Club, where you will be able to dabble into different business ideas, take feedback from alums, from industry veterans. How exactly will this pivot, which is the full form, operate is not divulged as of now. But the new program, since it has a prolonged duration, comes with a lot of unique extracurriculars and academic avenues. So why is that important? Because when I'm saying that Sarthak wants to get into marketing after ISB, PGP, PL, or if Sarthak wants to get into product management, Sarthak will have to say on how the program will help him, how this specific club, committee, avenue or experiential learning window will help him, right? So you have to be completely informed on the program before you even write any of these essays, at least the second or the third essay. And one more very important thing for this essay is this essay asks you your goals after ISB. Now I know I mentor a lot of people who are college graduates and early professionals who don't have that much experience, and hence they don't have that much clarity on कि उन्हें करना क्या है, whether consulting excites them, whether product management is what they should go for, whether finance is a sector that they should venture into. The best way to solve this problem for yourself is to talk to as many alums as you can, specifically in the domain of your interest. And secondly, introspect and read. Right? सिर्फ ये बोल देना that I want to get into consulting after ISB because ISB is a consulting school is a very bad decision. बहुत खराब decision है ये to write your essay, because this essay will take a lot less time than the first two essays to write, but this essay will be the most talked about in your interview. Trust me on that. आपने यहाँ पे consulting लिख दिया without giving too much thought to it, आपको बहुत ग्रिल करेंगे वो इंटरव्यू में कि कंसल्टिंग में इंटरेस्ट आया कहाँ से, whether it was an internship, whether it was a club, whether it was an interaction with an alum, whether it was a virtual online course on consulting, how did you garner interest in consulting, हमें ये बताओ पहले, right? So please talk to alums, read and introspect a lot, and consume as much information as you can, be it through a live project, an internship, a course on that specific career path before you talk about it in the goals essay. And then talk about how will ISB help you through its specific clubs, committees, classroom discussions, cohort, alumni base, the incubation cell, whatever it is, right? And it talks about medium and long-term goals. So medium term goals can be 5 years after ISB, and long-term goals can be 10 years after ISB, right? So these are the essay topics. It's 250 words long, the last essay. And please do spend sufficient time in writing these essays. I know a lot of you would be preparing for GMAT or CAT or GRE. Yeah, CAT, because CAT is also being accepted. CAT 2024. So please spend 2 hours per day on preparing for your exam alongside your job or college, and spend 2 to 3 hours per week in building your profile and writing these essays, because you only have 2 months to submit these essays. The deadline is December 15th, 2024. So please finish your essays in time so that you can improvise on them, rephrase them, polish them, get them reviewed by alums. So it's better to start early, because the first essay out of these 3 will take a lot of time. Right? I hope this helps you, and I'll see you very soon.